So the Bronco's going to hybrid, and I'm going to tell you exactly why I'm actually really excited about that. I know some of you may be on the fence, but hear me out first. Also, we got a little bit of mini news concerning the Hyundai Elantra N, which may be pretty cool to some of you. I'm actually a little excited about that myself as well. So let's get started on what's going on with the Bronco. But of course, before I get too crazy, you know you got to drop a like on the video and leave your comments down below on everything we talk about concerning the Bronco, more specifically the hybrid variation that's coming out, and the Elantra N. So let's get started on that Bronco. Now, upon the Bronco debut, we've discovered that the base engine was going to be a 2.3 inline turbo 4-cylinder, putting out 270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. That's the same engine you're going to find in the Ford Ranger. Now, you can opt for the upgraded engine, which is going to be the 2.7 liter twin turbo V6 EcoBoost that you would normally find in the F-150, producing 310 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. But now we have one more configuration in the lineup in the form of a hybrid. Now, before you get crazy, because I can already hear the guys begging for a V8 cringing, this is a good thing, because you have electric motors now assisting the gas engine, giving you instant torque, that instant punch as soon as you hit the gas pedal, which is going to help a lot. But let's talk about the engine first. Ford is going to be using a 3-liter V6 twin-turbo engine that you would find in the Ford Explorer ST, which produces 400 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque. Now add the help of electric motors, and it said this configuration could put out 450 horsepower and more than 500 pound-feet of torque. That is a lot of power, especially off the jump. If you're rock crawling, going through trails, climbing hills, that instant torque and power from those electric motors are going to be a huge help. An estimated 500 pound-feet of torque or more is going to get you over and through just about anything. Meanwhile, 450 horsepower is really going to get you going down the road pretty quickly. Now, to put that in a bit of context, that's the same horsepower and torque numbers, give or take, that the Ford Raptor has. Now that truck's a lot bigger and heavier than the Bronco, and that thing really gets up and goes. So I'm actually pretty excited for this setup in the Bronco. Again, more torque, instant torque, a lot more power. I don't really see any negatives here. Now I completely understand if hybrids aren't your thing. It's taken me a long time to get used to a hybrid. But with the advancements in technology and the way they're performing now, the way they drive, they've become a lot better. And honestly, I'm not hating on them anymore. I feel like this could be a really good platform for the Bronco. I don't know that it's going to be a top seller. I think that trophy is going to go to the 2.7 liter V6, but I think it's going to be a really good option. Now, it's also said that this hybrid variation is not going to make it into the first wave of Broncos, so I don't know when Ford plans on releasing this configuration into the lineup, but at least now we know that it is coming. Now, all these numbers are projected possibilities. None of these are confirmed, but this is just in the realm of where we think things are going to fall. So, of course, with that being said, I need your comments down below on what you think of the hybrid configuration for the Bronco. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Or just not enough information yet to make up your mind? Now, moving on to the 2021 Hyundai Elantra N. Now essentially, this is going to replace the Elantra Sport. The new Elantra N is going to share the same engine as the Forte GT, which is a 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, putting out 201 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. Now that all gets sent through the front wheels with either a 6-speed manual transmission or a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. Now, we don't have exact specs from Hyundai, but we do know that the Elantra N will have greater handling characteristics than the basic Elantra. Standard 18-inch wheels, multi-link independent rear suspension, upgraded brake system with larger rotors front and rear, multiple drive mode selections, and a much sportier interior with some very unique N-line seats. Now you can get the interior in both cloth or leather, both of which will come with red stitching, giving it a little sportier look. Now, Hyundai's not released any performance numbers on the Elantra N yet, but considering it shares the same engine as the Kia Forte GT, that car does 0 to 60 in 6.7 seconds. So I'm not sure where in lines this will fall for the Elantra N, but it's probably going to be somewhere very close to that. Now, some basic safety features you're going to get with the Elantra N are forward collision avoidance, lane keep assist, lane following assist, high beam assist, driver attention warning, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross traffic assist. Now, the Elantra had a complete redesign for 2021, and this one has gotten even more sporty with the N line, giving it really sharp, aggressive lines, which in a strange way reminds me a bit of a shark. It looks a lot more aggressive, it has a lot sharper lines, and the N model is even more so. It should be a fun, sporty little car to run around town in. So now I need you to drop your comments down below on both the Bronco and the Elantra N and let me know what you think of the both of them. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you drop a like on the video, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll catch you on the next upload.